The number one skill in life and business isn't luck, talent, or intelligence. It's adaptability. The ability to adjust, evolve, and respond to change is what separates those who thrive from those who merely survive. Life doesn't follow a predictable script, and business rarely unfolds exactly as planned. Opportunities, challenges, failures, and unexpected shifts are constant. Those who can pivot, learn, and adjust without losing momentum are the ones who achieve lasting success. Adaptability allows you to navigate uncertainty with confidence, turning obstacles into opportunities rather than letting them stop you in your tracks. Being adaptable doesn't mean giving up on your goals or compromising your values. It means approaching every situation with a flexible mindset, open to new strategies, new perspectives, and new solutions. It means being willing to let go of old habits, outdated methods, and assumptions that no longer serve you. The world is constantly changing, and what worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. Adaptability allows you to respond intelligently rather than reacting impulsively or resisting change out of fear. It transforms challenges into lessons and setbacks into stepping stones. In business, adaptability is essential because markets, technologies, and customer needs evolve faster than ever. Those who cling to old methods, rigid plans, or familiar ways of thinking risk falling behind. Success comes to those who observe, learn, and adjust. Their approach. They see disruption not as a threat, but as an invitation to grow, innovate, and differentiate themselves. Being adaptable means constantly learning, experimenting, and embracing uncertainty as part of the process. It allows you to remain relevant, competitive, and capable of seizing opportunities even in unpredictable circumstances. In life, adaptability is just as critical. Relationships, health, careers, and personal goals rarely unfold exactly as imagined. Challenges will arise, unexpected events will happen, and circumstances beyond your control will force you to change direction. When you are adaptable, you can face these challenges with composure and creativity. You learn to pivot, to find alternative paths, and to focus on solutions rather than problems. Adaptability builds resilience because it teaches you that your success does not depend on everything going perfectly. It depends on your ability to respond effectively when it doesn't. The mindset of adaptability also cultivates confidence. When you trust your ability to adjust, you become less afraid of the unknown. You begin to see change not as a threat, but as a tool for growth. Every new challenge becomes an opportunity to test your skills, expand your capabilities, and discover new strengths. Adaptability allows you to remain proactive rather than reactive, making decisions based on clarity and strategy rather than fear or resistance. It gives you the courage to take calculated risks, knowing that you can adjust course if needed. Adaptability requires humility and self-awareness. It requires the willingness to admit when something isn't working and the courage to change direction without ego. It asks you to embrace feedback, to question assumptions, and to continuously refine your approach. Those who resist change often let pride, fear, or comfort hold them back, while those who embrace adaptability find solutions, discover new opportunities, and grow stronger in the process. The ability to let go of rigid thinking and embrace flexibility is what allows individuals and businesses to survive and ultimately thrive in any environment. The number one skill of life and business also connects deeply with creativity. When you are adaptable, you are constantly exploring alternatives, generating new ideas, and discovering innovative ways to solve problems. You stop seeing obstacles as dead ends and start seeing them as challenges to be navigated. Every unexpected situation becomes a chance to experiment, learn, and improve. Adaptability fuels innovation, problem solving, and strategic thinking, making it one of the most valuable skills you can develop. Finally, adaptability ensures longevity. Talent, luck, and hard work can create success, but without the ability to adjust to change, that success can be fleeting. Life and business are unpredictable, and those who can pivot gracefully, respond to challenges effectively, and learn continuously are the ones who endure. Adaptability allows you to face uncertainty with resilience, to seize opportunities as they arise, and to create outcomes that others may have thought impossible. It is the skill that transforms obstacles into advantages, challenges into growth, and uncertainty into opportunity. The more adaptable you become, the more capable you are of achieving not just temporary success, but lasting impact in every area of life and business. Adaptability is the foundation of lasting success, a skill that quietly underpins achievement in every area of life and business. It is the ability to adjust, pivot, and respond to change with confidence and clarity. While many focus on talent, intelligence, or opportunity as the keys to success, the truth is that circumstances are rarely predictable. Life throws curveballs. Business landscapes shift overnight, and personal plans often collide with unexpected challenges. The people who thrive are not necessarily the most skilled or fortunate. They are the ones who can adapt. They understand that rigidity limits growth, while flexibility opens doors. Being adaptable allows you to see change not as a threat, but as an opportunity, a tool for innovation, and a stepping stone toward progress. Life and business are fundamentally unpredictable. Markets fluctuate, economies shift, relationships evolve, and personal circumstances transform. If your success depends on fixed methods, rigid plans, or unchanging expectations, you risk being left behind. Adaptability is the countermeasure to uncertainty. It equips you to reassess your strategies, adjust your approach, and remain effective in dynamic environments. It is not about abandoning goals or compromising principles. It is about finding new paths to achieve the outcomes you desire. Flexible thinking allows you to pivot quickly, respond to challenges with composure, and maintain momentum even when conditions are far from ideal. Flexibility is what transforms obstacles into opportunities. Every challenge, setback, or unexpected event presents a choice to resist and be stuck or to adjust and move forward. People who lack adaptability see obstacles as permanent barriers, reasons to quit or compromise. Those who embrace adaptability see the same obstacles as opportunities for growth, learning, and creative problem solving. Flexibility allows you to find alternatives, test new methods, and uncover hidden possibilities. A sudden change in business strategy, a personal setback, or an unforeseen market shift can become a launch pad for innovation if approached with an adaptable mindset. Being adaptable requires more than reactive change. It requires proactive awareness. It means continuously scanning your environment, understanding trends, anticipating challenges, and being willing to adjust course before problems become crises. Adaptable people stay curious, open to feedback, and willing to experiment. They recognize that the world is not static and that clinging to the familiar can prevent growth. Instead of fearing uncertainty, they treat it as an invitation to explore, learn, and evolve. In this way, adaptability is closely linked to personal growth. It strengthens resilience, broadens perspective, and deepens understanding. Adaptability is also crucial for leadership. Leaders who can pivot, inspire confidence, and foster innovation within their teams. In business, strategies that worked yesterday may not work tomorrow, and leaders who insist on rigid adherence to old methods risk stagnation. Adaptable leaders encourage creativity, welcome new ideas, and guide their teams through uncertainty with calm and decisiveness. Their ability to adjust plans, reassess goals, and respond effectively to changing circumstances sets the tone for organizational success. Flexibility becomes a model for others, creating a culture of resilience and continuous improvement. On a personal level, adaptability fosters mental and emotional resilience. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable. When you cultivate the ability to adjust your mindset and approach, you learn to navigate stress, disappointment, and change without losing focus or motivation. Adaptability allows you to detach from rigid expectations, accept reality as it is, and find constructive ways forward. It helps you avoid being overwhelmed by circumstances and empowers you to respond. Intelligently, instead of reacting impulsively. The more adaptable you become, the more confident you feel in facing the unknown because you trust your ability to handle whatever comes next. Adaptability also drives long-term growth and sustainability. In business, companies that can evolve survive and thrive, while those that cling to old models falter. The same principle applies to life. The ability to learn, adjust, and embrace new approaches ensures you remain relevant, capable, and ready for the opportunities that lie ahead. Flexibility allows you to innovate, pivot, and capitalize on change, transforming potential threats into advantages. By continuously adjusting and improving, you maintain momentum, avoid stagnation, and position yourself for lasting success. Ultimately, adaptability is about embracing change as an integral part of life and business. It is about understanding that success is not a straight line and that rigid adherence to plans or expectations can be limiting. Flexibility allows you to respond to circumstances with intelligence and creativity, to see challenges as opportunities, and to evolve in ways that continuously move you closer to your goals. Those who master adaptability do not simply survive change, they leverage it, turning uncertainty into a driving force for growth, innovation, and achievement. In a world that is constantly shifting, the ability to adjust, pivot, and remain flexible is not just valuable, it is essential for lasting success. Being adaptable is fundamentally about being open to learning, about approaching life and business with a mindset that welcomes growth instead of resisting change. It means recognizing that every situation, especially the unexpected ones, carries a lesson if you are willing to pay attention. Life is unpredictable, and the challenges you face, whether personal setbacks, professional obstacles, or moments of uncertainty, are opportunities disguised as difficulties. When you approach these situations with adaptability, you begin to see them not as threats, but as chances to refine your skills, expand your knowledge, and strengthen your capacity to respond effectively. Every unexpected situation tests your ability to adjust and think creatively. It forces you out of your comfort zone, demanding solutions, flexibility, and innovation. Those who resist change see these moments as disruptions or failures. They cling to old habits and rigid ways of thinking, hoping that circumstances will somehow conform to their expectations. But the truth is that the world does not wait for anyone. Opportunities and challenges arise, whether you are prepared or not. And the ability to navigate them depends entirely on how open you are to learning and adapting. The more willing you are to adjust your approach, the more capable you become of turning unexpected situations into stepping stones for growth. Being open to learning through adaptability also means being curious and observant. It involves asking questions rather than assuming you have all the answers, seeking understanding instead of judgment, and actively looking for insights in every experience. When things don't go according to plan, rather than blaming circumstances or giving up, adaptable individuals ask, what can I learn from this? Or how can I use this challenge to improve? This mindset transforms obstacles into valuable feedback. Each setback becomes a lesson, each failure a source of wisdom, and each unexpected turn a chance to expand your perspective. Over time, this constant accumulation of knowledge and insight equips you with the tools to handle increasingly complex situations. Adaptability also strengthens problem-solving skills. When you encounter change or uncertainty, you are forced to think critically and creatively. You learn to analyze situations from multiple angles, explore alternative solutions, and weigh the risks and benefits of each decision. This process not only builds practical skills, but also enhances mental agility. You become more confident in your ability to assess challenges and respond effectively, even when circumstances are ambiguous or stressful. The more you embrace change as a teacher, the more capable you become of navigating life's complexities with composure and clarity. Embracing change through adaptability also builds resilience. Every time you respond to an unexpected event with flexibility, you train yourself to endure challenges without being overwhelmed. You learn that setbacks are not permanent, that failure does not define you, and that solutions often emerge when you remain calm and open-minded. This resilience is a direct result of your willingness to learn from experience rather than resist it. The challenges you face do not become obstacles to your progress. They become the means by which your strength, wisdom, and capability grow. Adaptable people see difficulty as a teacher, understanding that the lessons they learn during tough times prepare them for even greater challenges ahead. In business, adaptability and openness to learning are critical for long-term success. Markets shift, technologies evolve, and customer needs change constantly. Companies and individuals who cling to outdated methods, rigid processes, or untested assumptions struggle to survive. In contrast, those who embrace adaptability as a skill are able to learn from trends, pivot strategies, and seize opportunities that others overlook. Each unexpected change in the business environment is a chance to refine approaches, develop new skills, and gain insights that increase competitiveness and effectiveness. Adaptable leaders encourage innovation, foster creativity within teams, and model the mindset of continuous learning that drives sustained growth. On a personal level, adaptability fosters continuous self-improvement. Life is full of unpredictability, relationships evolve, circumstances shift, and personal goals often require reevaluation. When you remain open to learning, you can grow from every experience rather than being constrained by frustration, regret, or fear. You begin to see challenges not as barriers, but as catalysts for growth. Over time, this mindset leads to a cumulative increase in wisdom, emotional intelligence, and practical capability. You become someone who can navigate change with skill and composure, someone whose experiences are transformed into a source of strength and insight. Ultimately, being adaptable and open to learning allows you to respond effectively to life's constant changes. Each unexpected situation, each challenge, and each setback becomes an opportunity to grow. The knowledge and experience you gain through these moments accumulate, enhancing your problem-solving abilities, resilience, and confidence. Adaptability is not a temporary skill, but a lifelong practice, a mindset that turns uncertainty into opportunity and challenges into lessons. Those who cultivate this skill are not merely reacting to life, they are actively learning, evolving, and building the capacity to thrive in any situation, equipped with the insights and abilities to meet every challenge with intelligence and strength. Adaptability is a skill that directly strengthens resilience, the kind of resilience that allows you to withstand challenges, recover from setbacks, and continue moving forward no matter the circumstances. Life is unpredictable and obstacles are inevitable. Every plan, no matter how carefully designed, will encounter disruptions, delays, or failures. Without adaptability, these moments can feel like insurmountable barriers. Fear, frustration, or disappointment can take hold, leaving you stagnant and questioning your abilities. But when you cultivate adaptability, setbacks no longer have the power to paralyze you. Instead, they become opportunities to pivot, reassess, and continue toward your goals with renewed focus. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties, it is about navigating them effectively. Adaptability equips you to do just that. When unexpected challenges arise, the ability to adjust your approach allows you to maintain momentum rather than being immobilized by fear or frustration. It shifts your mindset from seeing obstacles as threats to viewing them as opportunities for growth. Every challenge becomes a chance to test your strength, sharpen your problem-solving skills, and learn more about yourself and your capabilities. The more you practice adaptability, the more resilient you become, because each experience reinforces your ability to recover, adjust, and move forward. Being adaptable means acknowledging that life rarely unfolds exactly as planned. Plans are important, but rigidity can be a liability. When you insist that things must go a certain way, you leave yourself vulnerable to disappointment and stress when reality inevitably diverges from expectation. Adaptable individuals, on the other hand, approach change with flexibility and creativity. They recognize that plans are guides, not guarantees, and they're willing to adjust them in response to circumstances. This mindset preserves energy, reduces unnecessary stress, and allows you to continue making progress even when the path ahead is unclear. One of the key ways adaptability strengthens resilience is by fostering a problem-solving mindset. Challenges are not simply obstacles. They are tests of ingenuity and resourcefulness. When you encounter setbacks, an adaptable approach encourages you to analyze the situation, identify options, and experiment with alternative solutions. This process builds confidence in your ability to handle adversity. Over time, you develop a habit of responding to problems with creativity and composure rather than panic or avoidance. Each successful adaptation reinforces your belief in your own capability, which is a core component of resilience. Adaptability also protects your mental and emotional well-being. Setbacks often trigger fear, frustration, or self-doubt, which can lead to stress and burnout if left unchecked. When you respond to challenges with flexibility, you reduce the intensity of these negative emotions. Instead of becoming consumed by the fear of failure or the weight of disappointment, you focus on what can be done next. You shift from a reactive mindset to a proactive one, maintaining clarity and perspective even in difficult situations. This emotional regulation is critical to building resilience because it allows you to continue functioning effectively rather than being overwhelmed by circumstances. Another way adaptability enhances resilience is by helping you learn from every experience. Setbacks carry lessons that are often invisible at first. Without adaptability, these lessons may go unnoticed and you may repeat the same mistakes. When you approach challenges with an adaptable mindset, you actively seek understanding, reflect on outcomes, and integrate those insights into future actions. Each challenge then becomes a learning opportunity, building knowledge, wisdom, and skills that strengthen your capacity to handle future adversity. Over time, this cycle of experience, reflection, and adjustment creates a reservoir of resilience that allows you to face even larger challenges with confidence. Adaptability also encourages persistence. Resilient individuals understand that success is rarely a straight line and that the ability to continue despite obstacles is often more important than speed or initial results. By learning to pivot and adjust, you avoid becoming stuck or giving up prematurely. You maintain momentum, gradually progressing toward your goals even when progress is slow or difficult. Adaptability ensures that challenges do not derail your efforts, but instead become stepping stones along your path. This approach transforms setbacks from reasons to quit into reasons to continue with greater wisdom and strategy. Finally, adaptability builds resilience by fostering a growth-oriented mindset. Instead of seeing failure as a reflection of your worth or ability, you view it as a temporary situation and a source of feedback. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to expand your skills, deepen your understanding, and strengthen your mental fortitude. The more you embrace adaptability, the more you recognize that obstacles are not endpoints, but invitations to evolve. This perspective changes how you approach life and business, making you capable of facing uncertainty with courage and determination. In the end, adaptability and resilience are inseparable. By learning to pivot in the face of setbacks, you maintain momentum, sharpen problem-solving abilities, and protect your mental and emotional well-being. Challenges become opportunities for growth rather than reasons to quit, and each experience strengthens your ability to handle whatever comes next. Those who cultivate adaptability do not simply endure difficulties, they transform them into tools for success, building resilience that allows them to thrive no matter what life or business throws their way. Adaptability is not just a tool for survival, it is a catalyst for creativity and innovation. When you approach problems with a flexible mindset, you open yourself to possibilities that rigid thinking would never allow. Life and business are filled with unexpected challenges, shifting circumstances, and obstacles that appear insurmountable at first glance. While many see dead ends, adaptable individuals recognize opportunities for innovation. They understand that the ability to pivot, rethink, and adjust is not a sign of weakness, but a source of strength. Flexibility in thought allows them to explore alternative paths, generate new ideas, and discover solutions that others may overlook entirely. Creativity often emerges in moments of constraint or uncertainty, but only if you are willing to adapt. When the usual methods fail or circumstances change, the mind is forced to search for new approaches. Adaptable people embrace these moments rather than resist them. They understand that rigid adherence to familiar strategies limits growth and innovation, whereas flexibility encourages experimentation and discovery. By stepping back, analyzing the problem from different angles, and remaining open to unconventional ideas, they uncover solutions that are both effective and original, challenges rather than being obstacles, become catalysts for inventive thinking. Innovation thrives on the willingness to question assumptions. Rigid thinking relies on "this is how it's always been done," which can stifle progress and prevent new possibilities from being explored. Adaptable people, however, constantly reassess their assumptions, test their beliefs, and challenge the status quo. This openness allows them to see opportunities that others dismiss. They are not bound by tradition or fear of failure. They treat experimentation as a necessary part of growth. Each adjustment, each pivot, and each trial and error experience becomes a stepping stone toward innovative solutions that are often transformative in both life and business. Flexibility also encourages the integration of diverse perspectives. Adaptable individuals are open to learning from others, listening to feedback, and incorporating ideas outside of their immediate experience. They understand that creativity is not born in isolation, but often emerges when multiple viewpoints, insights, and experiences converge. By being receptive to new information and willing to change their approach, they enhance their ability to generate unique solutions. This openness allows them to innovate in ways that are both practical and visionary, finding answers that balance creativity with effectiveness. Another key aspect of adaptability is the ability to pivot quickly. In dynamic environments, opportunities and challenges often arrive unexpectedly. Those who cling to a single plan or perspective are easily caught off guard, while adaptable people can adjust their approach without losing momentum. This capacity to pivot allows them to capitalize on new ideas as they emerge, experiment with strategies, and refine solutions in real time. Creativity and innovation require not only ideas, but also the agility to implement them effectively. Adaptability provides the mental and practical flexibility necessary to translate creative insights into tangible results. Adaptability also reduces fear of failure, which is critical for fostering creativity. Rigid thinkers often avoid experimentation because they fear making mistakes or deviating from established norms. In contrast, adaptable people view failures and setbacks as opportunities to learn, refine, and iterate. They understand that innovation rarely comes from a single perfect idea. It comes from continuous exploration, trial, and adjustment. This mindset allows them to take risks that others shy away from, pushing boundaries and discovering solutions that would have been impossible in a rigid framework. The link between adaptability and innovation extends to long-term growth as well. In business, industries evolve rapidly, technologies advance, and customer expectations shift constantly. Companies that fail to adapt often become obsolete, while those that embrace change and foster adaptability thrive. Innovation is not just a one-time breakthrough. It is a continuous process of learning, adjusting, and improving. Individuals who cultivate adaptability contribute to sustained innovation by remaining flexible, responsive, and creative in the face of ongoing change. In life, adaptability fosters problem solving and creativity in everyday challenges as well. When relationships, health, or personal goals encounter obstacles, a rigid approach often leads to frustration and stagnation. Adaptable individuals, however, explore alternative solutions, consider new perspectives, and experiment with approaches that align with their evolving circumstances. This flexibility encourages creative thinking, allowing them to find answers that others might overlook. Adaptability transforms challenges from roadblocks into opportunities for growth and innovation. Ultimately, adaptability and creativity are inseparable. The ability to pivot, rethink, and adjust creates the conditions for innovation to flourish. Adaptable people do not see barriers, they see possibilities. They approach problems with a mindset that embraces change, challenges assumptions, and explores alternative paths. By fostering flexibility in thought and action, they uncover solutions that are original, effective, and transformative. In both life and business, Adaptability allows you not only to survive change, but to use it as a springboard for creativity, innovation, and meaningful progress.